Okay, let's get started. My name is Dion Davis. This is the Dion Davis Show called Positivity is the Way to Go. And my guest today, she's a forward thinker who empowers entrepreneurs, leaders, and trains agents to maximize their potential and achieve lasting success. Welcome my guest today, Laquita Monley. It's a pleasure having you on my show today, and hope you're having a great day.
Oh, thank you, Dion. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to having a great conversation.
I am too. How did you get started as a real estate investor?
It happened quite a few years ago, actually. My husband and I were looking at different ways that we could get out of the situation that we were in, and that situation was we didn't have enough money. There was a whole lot of month left when our money ran out. And so we started to look at ways whereby we can start to earn additional income. And there was an infomercial that used to come on late at night. A gentleman had a program called No Money Down, and it was a real estate investment program. And we felt like that fit for us because we didn't have any money and we didn't have any credit. Well, the credit we had was bad. And that program said if you just followed the steps, whether you had good credit, bad credit, or no credit, he could teach you how to become a real estate investor. And so, not in the beginning, it took a while. It took a while for us to even be able to afford the cost of the program. But once we were able to afford the cost of the program, we invested in ourselves by purchasing that level of the program that we could afford. There were different levels, and we were able to invest in a particular level of the course. And we began to study how to become a real estate investor. Um, and with that, I have to say that I have no issues with the program. It was one of the many things that we've done over the years to help us learn how to change our money mindset. And with our first investment, I actually flopped. It failed miserably, um, in the sense that the home that we tried to acquire, we ended up not acquiring it. But it was also a major success in that it helped us to overcome fear. And that fear was the fear of trying. We tried it. It didn't work out quite the way we wanted to, but it did not detour us from wanting to continue to learn how to be successful real estate investors.
Yeah, in life you're gonna fail, but you got to get back up. It's like Rocky Balboa, the movie. You get knocked
Exactly.
down, and you get back up. Like in
Get back up.
boxing. Yes, a boxing
Exactly.
match.
Exactly.
How do you cultivate management and leadership skills in the marketplace?
That's a really good question. And one of the ways that we do that is by exercising influence. One of the keys that there's really no set definition on leadership, but leaders carry various traits. And most successful leaders, these traits are similar across the board. But one thing is that's always key is um, a leader can be determined by their ability to influence others. And so the way that we influence is through positivity and encouragement. We lead by example. So not only what we say, but what we do. And those that are surrounding us, whether they are our team members, and I don't want to say employees, but whether they are our team members and partners, yes, do we do instructional teaching? We do, but we try to lead by example and making ourselves available for our team if and when they need us.
Okay. And how do you teach entrepreneurs the fundamentals of sales strategy and growth?
Um, Through that, again, it's through systematic training, through systematic training. So we have different training modules where our team comes in. We have virtual meetings, and those are consistent ones at different levels, depending on the level of the team member. And especially with sales, sales is not so much of you just really pushing a product or a service. But the key to being successful in sales is being able to be relational with your client. Our product or service provides a solution to the needs of our clients. Our team members who are responsible for pushing those products out, their number one responsibility is building relationship with that potential client or that current client, because at the end of the day, people generally purchase things based on relationship. You walk into a car dealership, um, and you already have in mind what you want to buy. But most people hate a pushy salesperson. You walk into the department store, I have the money in my pocket and I have in mind what I want to buy. But if my salesperson is annoying, then I might not buy that product from that person, but I'll go to a different department store or a different car lot and buy that same car or that same product from a person who built a relationship with me. And you can start relationship building instantaneously in your greeting. And the key is to teach people their, hone in on the strength of that particular salesperson or team member and show them how to cultivate that strength through building relationship with their potential client by having it in ear and having active listening skills. You need to be able to hear what that person's situation is and be able to provide them an answer in a conversational manner.
Yeah, life is all about relationships and connects and everything.
Exactly. Exactly.
What are the tips on how to balance the stress of work, family, and home life?
For me, my tip is always put your family first. And that's what we share with our team. A true work-life balance probably doesn't exist where it can be the same across the board for everybody. Everybody's home life is different. And so in your pursuit of whatever your passion or your purpose is, you should never put your family secondary. That's something that my husband and I learned through mistakes. And once we learned that, because we didn't do it in the beginning, um, family is always first. Because at the end of the day, you can be replaced. You can be replaced. People don't like to think about that. Like everyone is expendable, right? And when that company is grieving with your family over the loss of you, before they get to your services, they have replaced you, or they are actively seeking to replace you. So don't prioritize anything or anyone over your family. Once you do that, and understanding you're doing that prioritization with wisdom, especially those of us as entrepreneurs, we have the ability to manage our time and create our schedules. So wisdom would say, make sure you prioritize your family, prioritize yourself with self-care, and the things that need to get done to scale and grow your business, it will happen, but it should not happen at the cost of your health and mental stability, as well as your family.
Yeah, family first.
Yep, family first.
What made you want to do what you are doing?
That's a great question. The reason that I want to do what I'm doing, because I truly believe that is my destiny. I'm all about helping people reach a place of courage, power, and destiny. And once I understood what my purpose was, then I began to search out how I could fulfill that purpose in the earth. And my number one purpose is to encourage people, to help people reach their place of what they've considered success to be, because everybody's success story is different. And once they realize, okay, this is what I want my success to be, they partner with individuals such as myself. And we simply act as a voice, as a guide to help them navigate and put together a plan, a success roadmap to get them to what they consider success to be.
Yeah, because when I think of Shark Tank, I think of like when I think of entrepreneurship, I think of Shark Tank, the show, and Mark Cuban. I'm
Right,
pretty.
right. And but one thing with that, with Shark Tank, those entrepreneurs who are on Shark Tank, they've done a lot of work already to get to where they are on Shark Tank.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
think. I'm pretty sure you watched that show, right? Because you're an
I
entrepreneur.
I do. It's a really good show, and Shark Tank is a bunch of angel investors. And before we can get to the point where we want to be cash flow by an angel investor, I've to my recollection, I can't remember an episode where there is an entrepreneur there standing in front of them that has not put any skin in the game. They're already actively pursuing their purpose. They're already actively walking out their vision, which is their business. and they have a level of success in it already, and they're there to get investors so that they can go to the next level. And I haven't watched every single episode, so there may be episodes, but the episodes that I have watched, I've not watched one startup that has not opened their doors yet. That all
Yeah,
they have business plan. I haven't seen that. I've seen episodes where people have invested blood, sweat, tears, their last $2, and they're on that show to get more.
yeah. In life, in entrepreneurship world, is boom or bust.
Exactly. Exactly.
Why is entrepreneurship so important?
I believe that entrepreneurship is important because it's a key tool to obtaining wealth. Not that we cannot become wealthy in career jobs and W-2 employment, but every super successful person that's top in Forbes list or the richest individuals list, they may be good. Even if you're looking at rappers and entertainers, Michael Jordan didn't get his billions from basketball. Jay-Z didn't get his billions from the rap game. That came because of his ability to stretch as a business person, as an entrepreneur, multiple streams of income. And it's his entrepreneurship that got him the billions. His role as Jay-Z just got him a few dollars so that he can then invest that money to become the successful person that he is today.
It's like MJ didn't get his brand name from Jordans, and Jay Z didn't get it from Rock Nation.
No, not at all. They already had it
Yeah.
when they purchased into those companies.
Why do you think a good life balance is so vital?
Good work-life balance is vital because, again, at the end of the day, if you're a single individual and your desire is to have a family, if you are doing everything possible to alienate anyone who wants to begin a family with you, you won't get that goal. If you're already a family person and your goal is to obtain wealth and success so that you can provide for your family, but in your pursuit of success, you've alienated your family, then who are you going to share that with?
Yeah,
You have to put first things first and keep a priority.
yeah, and one thing I learned about entrepreneurship and being in college and school is it helps you be your own boss. You don't got nobody telling you what to do. That's why a lot of people go into entrepreneurship.
I had that conversation with my nephew several months ago, and that's a lot of, and that's, I think, is a pitfall thought of people who want to become entrepreneurs, because I cannot think of one successful person, whether it's Jeff Bezos or anyone, that does not have someone telling them what to do. Whether it's governmental regulations that won't prevent you from doing something you want to do in your business, or it comes down to your customer. Companies spend millions upon billions of dollars in order to bring customer satisfaction, because a one-time customer is great, but a repeat customer is golden. So my customers, my potential client companies that I partner with, or individuals that I want to partner with to be a coach or a speaker, they have to believe in me. They have to trust me. And if I'm not doing all that I can to do that, if I'm not listening to them and providing them what they need or want, then I'm out of business. Someone will always tell you what to do. What it comes down to is your perspective. How do you view that advice or that demand? If you're looking at it through negative lenses, then we're going to be in trouble. But if I'm looking at it through a positive lens, then I'll take what's being told to me and I can make that grow. I can make that information grow me.
Okay, well said. Well said. So it was a pleasure having you on the show today, Laquita Monley, and you are welcome to come back on. You do a great job, and I learned a lot about entrepreneurship, and I'm pretty sure my audience learned a lot as well. And why don't you tell people where they could go to find you and what you're doing and everything?
You can find me simply if you go out to Google. Google is everyone's friend. If you Google Laquita Monley, you can see how to access my website, which is www.laquitamonley.com. You can also find me on social media, all of the very relevant social media platforms. I'm on LinkedIn. I am on Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. You can also find my podcast, which is Laquita's Toolbox. It's on Google Podcasts, Spotify. It's also on Apple Podcasts. If you go out to my website, you can find a link to my podcast where you're able to subscribe to that podcast on whatever your favorite podcasting platform is. So I'm available. I'm there. If you go to the website and you fill out the contact us form, someone from my team will reach out to you within 2 to 3 days. And please bear with us. We've got a lot of demand going on right now. If you want a more immediate response, I am actually in the DM on my Insta as well as Twitter and Facebook. So if you need a more immediate response, contact me on my social media and you will get an immediate response from me.
Yep, Laquita Monley, she know all about the entrepreneurship side of things, and if you entrepreneurship trying to grow a business or out there, you should go to her Instagram and everything and check her out.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It has been a pleasure being here on the show, Dion. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been a privilege.
You are welcome.
Thank you.